Hello, everybody. I'm Jaret Reddick, and this is a podcast. Jaret Goes to the Movies. Hopefully you have seen or heard one of my many musical endeavors. And if you have, then you know how much I love movies. This is movie commentary with no movie knowledge. This podcast is me and my friend Rich talking about movies that we like. But my name's on it because I'm famous. This is Jaret Goes to the Movies. Still. Okay, we're starting now.
So tell me, how was Hawaii?
It was unbelievable.
Oh, yeah? Well, what happened?
I met this guy. It was the best week of my life. It was just a little vacation romance.
But he was so sweet. He took me to all these cool local places.
We went scuba diving, snorkeling,
mountain climbing.
昨天到什么地方去？悬崖跳水。对呀，我很喜欢他。
Well, we got a little drunk.
You know, it's just a little fling, but I will never forget my week.
With Henry Roth.
Henry Roth.
Hairy pair of testicles.
Hi, everybody. My name is Jaret. This is a podcast called Jaret Goes to the Movies. With me, as always, is Rich.
Hello.
We haven't done this in a while. I'm going to be completely honest, and even though I've seen you out of work a couple of times recently, I really did miss you.
Aw.
And I do realize that I gave you shit on the internet and, you know, all of that, but I really did. It's awesome. We're doing this podcast on a Friday night. It's usually a Tuesday night, so, you know, it's things are good. It's going to be back. Casey is with us tonight.
Hello.
This is the first podcast that we have done with Casey being my wife.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Congrats.
our honeymoon podcast.
Officially.
That's right. So we've been living as a married couple for quite a while, but we went to Vegas and we did it, and we got married.
You did it.
Yeah, both those things. So, also joining us, almost as always, is Tim Toole My Neighbor.
You can do it.
You can do it. He's grown some hair. He's super stoked because a few times ago he was a little bit depressed because he unplugged some shit. Southwest Airlines was fucking grounded for a while, and now
That wasn't fucking me.
and now Delta is feeling the impact. Did you fucking just go over there and sabotage their shit too? Like you're just like, this isn't just gonna happen to us.
No, I saw that on the news. I was like, oh, yeah, take the pressure off of us a little bit.
You know, it's a scary thing though that they can that happens. It's like
Tim can trip over a wire and it just takes the whole
Wait,
thing.
what happened at Delta?
they grounded all flights the day that I went to LA. Actually,
Is that why all those flights are so cheap to?
It might be,
England?
actually. Yeah, it might be. So, anyway, that's a thing. I mean, you know, it's just, you know, the internet is a scary thing. We all depend on it so much. And then, you know, you turn around and it's just like, you know, we have no internet. Now what? We have a special guest in studio. Rich's daughter, Zoe, is with us this week.
Hello.
Zoe is a beautiful young 17-year-old girl who's about to start to get back to high school, and she's an aspiring musician and a very good musician as well. And it's such an interesting instrument. Her instrument of choice is the ukulele.
Why did you pick the ukulele, Zoe?
I picked it because it looked really easy, and it was, so.
What's funny is it's actually not. It's not, and that's the thing, as I see you play. You have, like, she has, like, the perfect hands to play a stringed instrument.
She's kind of double jointed in her fingers so she can play the top strings, bar 3, and leave the bottom one open.
Right. Yeah.
I can't do that.
That was some fucking instantaneous music nerd talk right there, just like right out of the box. It's a proud dad. But seriously, it's not the easiest of instruments to learn, and so you know, it's really cool. It's cool watching you play these songs. You came to Casey's birthday last weekend and played her a song for her birthday. It was so
awesome.
nice too. Like, it was super cool. Like, I think everybody wanted you to just keep playing.
Yeah,
but,
my
you
friend
know,
Megan was like, "Can I get her stuff on iTunes?" Like, she asked me that like 3 more times, like the next day.
I just feel like eventually I'm going to manage you, and so I can't let you just go around playing for free. So we're, you know, eventually, you know, right now your dad's handling things, but eventually you'll.
No, she was playing in
handling
exchange for
is
the.
kind of.
Eventually you'll want to come over here to the.
She was
to the-
playing for
to this-
cake that you made.
You were I did make a cake, and it was good. And here's the thing, and a lot of people don't know this.
You didn't know it was going to be good.
I didn't. So I needed 3 eggs, and I only had 2.
Right.
And I substituted Greek yogurt for the eggs, and it was actually really good. Like I don't know what would have been different if it had the eggs, but I felt like it was really, really delicious.
The binder.
What's that?
It helps bind it. It's
It
fine.
helps bind it. Is that all the eggs do?
Yeah.
Is make it stick together. It doesn't. Does it not really have a lot
like-
to do with like the texture?
It's like cornflakes for meatloaf.
Speaking of
Yeah.
which, do you know what's real fucking good? And I'm not joking. Have I talked about this? Shake and bake. Have you had that?
He was so excited.
I'm not joking. I've never had it before.
Are you serious?
No, because my mom is like
Because you weren't like super broke as a
I grew
kid.
up. No. That's. I think it was because we were broke. Like I grew up like country as shit. Like my mom.
No, Shake and Bake
It's
is
like
like
30 cents. It's the cheapest thing you
Yeah.
can do. My mom even said this
Well, listen to
sentence
me.
when I bought it last time. I go, which kind did you use? This kind or this kind? She goes, go ahead and get this one. And she goes, but not the fancy kind where you have to use mayonnaise.
No, but my mom like made fried chicken like with flour. You know what I mean? Like it was like Shake and Bake was like a.
You can afford flour?
Do you know what happened one time?
is
This
flour?
is a true story, man. I made this bad decision in front of my dad. My dad was like super like, like hold my mom like super high and yada
Right.
yada. Like it just always like put her on a pedestal, which is great. And I feel like I learned from that. I think obviously I treat Casey that way as well most of the time.
Did you
But-
ask your dad if he dipped your mom in flour?
What?
I don't know. You were talking about flour.
No, this is what I did though. One day so we were having mashed potatoes and fried chicken and shit. That's what you ate in Texas back
all
then.
from scratch, I'm sure.
All
and
from
awesome.
scratch. Exactly.
Full of butter.
Herein lies the problem with what Jaret would say as a child. I go, these mashed potatoes are really good, but I like the ones at school better.
Oh, God, Jaret.
They're like instant potatoes, but I was just like, I didn't understand. It wasn't even like a dig at her. I was just like, could we make those sometime? My dad like lost his shit. Like, oh yeah, you want instant potatoes around here? Okay, that's right. Okay, Sherry, we're just gonna start making everything out of a box or whatever. And honestly, I'm sitting there like, I don't see a negative thing about it.
Right,
Like
you're
I'm
like, awesome.
That's fine.
Sounds great.
It seems like I might have hurt somebody's feelings here, but I'm. So
But
we're-
I'm getting the instant.
We're getting those potatoes. Is that what you're saying? And can we do the thing where like we dig it out with a spoon and put like some butter in there so it's like a little volcano? Can we do that thing too? Is that-
So it was like a comfort food for you.
no, I don't know,
Yes.
Tim. That's
School
fucking
mashed-
way too
school
deep. They were
mashed
just
potatoes are
delicious.
awesome.
I just like the fact that if I wanted to eat them, I could. If I wanted to pick them up, I could. And they just stayed. You could throw them up; they'd stick to the ceiling. I fucking know. Like that's
Yeah,
a
they
thing.
kind of were a little
Recreate
gluey,
Close
but they were
Encounters.
good.
Yeah, no, that's a deal. Like, and then they would drop later on the 5th graders. you
I
know?
was raised by my mom who married my stepdad, who's super mega Italian from New York. And so every Sunday, every day of his life and every day of my life and still every day of his life, every Sunday he makes like some form of pasta and then like makes like a big pot of sauce, right?
Right.
Like that thing cooks from the time he wakes up
It's not
until
Prego?
dinner time. No.
So yeah, this is. I bet I had this same conversation.
Yeah, so my brother, this is every Sunday of our life. My brother, he comes same situation. We
Yeah.
sit down for Sunday dinner, and he goes, "I had the best spaghetti sauce ever
Yeah.
at my
to me the other day.
at my
Exactly.
friend's house." And he goes, "What was it called? It was like." Is it like a
Ragu.
Yeah. It was ragu. And my mom was like, "Are you kidding me? He cooks this all day long." And it got
Ragu
to
is
the
good.
point where Sunday dinner for just a couple times, he had a freaking jar of ragu and we'd all load up our plates and he'd go get his can and just like on top of it. Like how
It's
horrible.
funny though. As a kid, you don't really understand. Like for example, like let's give a shout out. So Casey and I went to JC's Burgers today. And it's a locally owned hamburger place. These fucking hamburgers are so good.
It's owned by J.C. Chavez, right?
I wish.
That
he
is
was my
not
favorite.
true. No. Kids want McDonald's. You know what I mean? Like that's what they want. Right. It's like like your hamburgers are delicious off the grill, but when you're 8, you want a Happy Meal.
My parents had to, every time we were driving on a trip, they had to redirect my attention to the other side of the road. Look at those cows. Look at how awesome those cows.
If you saw the golden arches,
Yeah, exactly.
no shit.
Because
Yeah.
every single time I'd see them, we'd have to stop.
See, my parents.
It's not deep. It's comfort food.
Well, that's
I'm
just
telling
it.
you.
No, I get it. No, I'm with you on that. Here's the thing. But we didn't eat fast food. So when I was a kid, we didn't eat. I swear to God,
Well, you're in Wichita Falls. Did you even have that?
Yeah,
we
did,
had everything.
but we didn't have it.
We had everything. I mean,
had a Dairy
we had
Queen.
everything. But I mean, really, until I got into high school, I mean, you know, and was out like with my friends, and they were like, "Y'all
You're
want to
like-
go to Taco Bell?"
you're
I'm
like,
like,
"What's
"What do
Taco
they
Bell?"
fucking have there? Like, what is that?" This is true. I swear that's literally true. I mean, I don't ever remember. I mean, like sometimes, like my mom would get like a Burger King coupon or some shit, and would like drive through and like
Bring it home though.
yeah, you bring it home. Yeah,
Right.
and you unwrap it all and put it on your plate.
My mom used to give Tyler, you know, we had the little loaded cards with all your money for your lunches, right? And you could go through the line where you could get like pizza and popcorn chicken and chips and candy and all this stuff. And then there was like the like regular school line, which I think was almost always exclusively reserved to the people that got like school lunch only.
Yeah.
Right.
And Tyler would switch his lunches. He would like buy this other kid. He would switch it. He'd be like, you can have like chicken nuggets and pizza, but I want 2 chicken fried steaks with mashed potatoes.
Yeah. No,
everyone always knew him as like is it the dude that eats like the 2 chicken fried steaks every Wednesday? Like always. So he'd go through the line every Wednesday, 2 chicken fried steaks with mashed potatoes.
That's amazing. All right, so we're on episode 40 this week.
41.
Episode 4. Well, are we counting Roadhouse as 2?
No, Roadhouse was 40.
No, I have it as 39 in the books.
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I mean, it's on the
Happy
website.
40th,
It's 40.
guys.
All right,
41 right now.
41th.
Roadhouse.
So I do want to go over the last couple of weeks. So we were so fortunate to when the Roadhouse whole thing came. I honestly even thinking about watching that movie to me was terror. I didn't want to do it. Like I just remember it as being bad and like what am I gonna like about it? I really enjoyed it actually, and then we were so lucky to have Marshall Teague in studio, and my God, what a cool experience that was.
So cool.
I mean, you got to go out with the guy. I didn't get invited, but
First, let's clarify this.
Okay, let's clarify.
You couldn't have come out with us, and I knew that, and that's why you were not.
It's the first time Jaret's not been invited somewhere. He's having a hard time.
Yeah, it's just, I feel like you're just flying the coop. I feel like now you're like getting famous too. You're going on radio shows and shit.
Only because you were out of town.
You don't even tell me.
He's like regularly invited for a beer from people that don't even live in this country. Like you were like down the street.
Anyway, no, honestly, it was so awesome to have Marshall Teague in here and talking about the movie. We do need to talk about our friend Jay. Mm-hmm.
He's going to do an article on the DFW.com.
DFW.com, and he's a journalist, and he was great too. It was funny because he came in originally to be a part of the show, right. And then we got Marshall in here. Marshall can obviously just talk and talk and talk, and Jay's just like, no, that's fine. I'll just sit here and listen in. But that was a really cool thing, and something that I hope that we can do more. I mean, it's hard to get people to come to Prosper, Texas, but you know, if we can't get people on the phone or whatever, you know.
That's why I don't have friends anymore.
Because I burp?
No, because people don't want to come to Prosper.
Oh, I see. But Roadhouse ended up being a 2-parter. I mean, he was nice enough to stay for almost 4 hours, right?
It was like 3 something, yeah.
All right, 3 hours.
3
he was nice enough to drive all the way from Fort Worth.
And his wife, Lindy.
Tim was here. Casey set that one out. And we had a full house, though. It was a full house. If you haven't listened to the Roadhouse podcast, though, go check it out because it's nice to actually have like a star of the movie and a star of arguably one of the most epic ends to a fight scene of all time.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you know, who gets their fucking trachea ripped out? That just doesn't happen. And then he just throws him in the water and sails him across the pond. You know, like, hey, what's the guy's name? Brad. Hey, here he comes. Right. I'm sailing him over to you.
And we got all the commentary.
Yeah, and we did get all the commentary. It was great.
Yeah,
And here's the thing that we haven't talked about yet. And I'm sure that Marshall is fucking religiously listening to our podcast. But if you haven't listened to it yet, go back and listen to it. And then you will know this. Apparently, someone forgot to tell Marshall that shit wasn't real.
No, I listened back. He definitely makes a point to say I think we did that to him because we kept saying, you did this, and he just sort of jumped on board and said, yeah, I did this.
Yeah, well, it's
Roadhouse.
And he almost whipped out a stick to beat you guys because you guys were fucking fighting.
What,
Were we
when?
fighting?
The other day?
No, during the podcast.
No, the only time it got weird was when we started talking about the naked girl or whatever.
Well, I didn't know he was like super close with her.
I know, but I mean, like, it's the podcast. That's what we do. But
That's
we
right.
started, and he was just like, "Come on, guys," and it was. But I think he liked us. I think he would come on again.
No, I think so.
And,
Yeah, we had a good time.
It was cool. It was cool to I mean, anybody who's done scenes with Chuck Norris, and is sitting in your house is kind of cool.
All right, so I have a little special thing that I want to do before we get started.
All right.
With the movie.
Is there any?
No, it's nothing.
Do I have to do anything?
No.
Okay.
You just have to listen intently. Basically,
No
what
boobs.
did it? Basically, I have an idea for a movie. And I want to give you the idea. I want you to listen intently. I'm basically doing a pitch meeting.
Right.
To you as a producer.
Well, and fucking
of movies.
and 10,000 people that are listening to this right now.
Sure, whatever. I want someone to make this movie.
Okay.
And just give me credit or whatever.
All right.
But I think it's good. I'm being serious. I'm not. This isn't a bit that I'm doing. This is an actual thing that I thought up and I've been sitting on for a while. And I wanted someone to write a book.
Okay.
About this, but I think that I'll just throw it out there, and hopefully someone will make a movie or a book or whatever. Because I think it's a really good idea.
Okay.
You can do it.
I can do it. All right. I need about 4 or 5 minutes to get through this. Are you going to be patient enough to?
I mean, you've already ate up 2, so you have a solid 2
All right,
minutes.
here we go. Ready? All right. A man and a woman meet. We'll call them Jaret and Stacy. How about that? Ready?
I like it already.
Right.
Okay.
All right, they fall in love and they get married quickly, but you can totally see the chemistry between them, okay? During their entire romance together, leading up to their marriage, they go out around the big city they live in and see the sights, and they window shop, etc. And they're always out doing something, is the point I'm trying to get across. So Stacy is super outgoing. She loves to strike up conversations with total strangers. Usually it's like a store owner, or people of the neighborhood as they're checking out shops and sites and whatever. One of the reasons that Jaret falls so hard for her and loves her about Stacy is during these conversations, she seems to always find some precious and personal thing that belongs to the person they're talking to and compliments it and makes that person feel really special about themselves and stuff. Okay, so that's why he falls so hard for her. All right, so a few months later, after they got married, Stacy dies suddenly. Sorry, Stacy. And Jaret is totally caught off guard by this, okay? The love of his life is now gone. He's effing devastated. I mean, months and months go by, and he's all curled up in a ball, with a beard and shit, not taking it well.
Okay.
So finally, one day, he gets up the courage to go through Stacy's things. It's a bunch of boxes he's going through, and then he sees them. There's a box with a bunch of items that were those personal things that belonged to those people that she was complimenting. So now we do some like movie magic flashbacks, quickly showing Stacy stealing those items from those people in the, sort of like an extended version of the scenes we saw previously, where she's sort of talking to them and then she somehow steals those items. Okay, so now Garrett's like, what the fuck? My effing dead wife is a thief. So the whole reason he fell in love with this woman is initially now a big lie. So it's like, fuck depression. Now I'm just pissed. And he's like, who's this person I married? So now he's mad at his dead wife. He's feeling guilty about being part of the thefts that happened. So he gets everything together and is going to go return all these very personal things to their rightful owners. So one by one, he does this, profusely apologizing. He tells each person the story. They each feel really bad for him and befriend him and ask him to come back often to visit, knowing that, it wasn't his fault. He's a good guy or whatever. So then on the last item, he has a little harder time tracking down the owner, but he does eventually find the lady that this little jewelry box or whatever belonged to. So he meets up with her, return it, tells her the story. She's super beautiful. She's sweet. Let's just call her Julie. She's very glad that it was returned, but totally understands the circumstances. They have coffee or whatever. They meet up for a couple more times because they genuinely had a good time together, but Julie's a little leery of him, in the situation at this point or whatever, until one day she notices in the jewelry box a little note that shouldn't be there. She opens up the note. It's from the dead wife, Stacy. So Stacy explains in the note that she knew she was dying the whole time. She had taken Garrett out to meet all those new people to find someone special for him for after she was gone because he deserved, more than she could give because she was dying, blah, blah, blah. And she goes on to tell all the wonderful things about Garrett in the note, and that she knew that once that he found the items that he would immediately return them, and that Julie would give him a chance despite all the odd circumstances. Anyway, Julie immediately falls in love after this, and they live happily ever after.
Who the fuck is Julie, Garrett? Because I didn't write that note. Did you put?
Do you think that's a good premise of a movie, though?
Yeah, but I don't understand why you picked now to tell me
it
that.
Just popped. No, I just had it.
No, I would totally watch that. I think that sounds awesome, but I still just want to let you know that Garrett put the note in the box like a little weirdo. Saw the hot flower lady, stole her shit, and then goes and gives her the dead wife pitch.
I see it as kind of like a Nicholas Sparks type movie.
Absolutely.
Wait, why would you pitch it here though? For
it just came up.
Yeah, why don't you pitch it for something for real?
Why don't we actually sit down and write them? It doesn't take long to write a movie.
Yeah,
let's do it.
Let's cut it out of the podcast.
I don't know how to write movies.
It's super easy. You just write a movie.
Do you think that's good enough to be a movie?
That's a really good idea.
It's a really good idea. I like it. I would watch it. We'd both cry. We do that stuff all the time.
Yeah. You could do a Kickstarter to do it, to fund it. No, I'm not joking. I'm not joking.
I mean, someone has to. I can't write a movie.
We
someone
can write
have to.
It's not rocket science.
No, but I wouldn't even put that in the podcast. I would literally save that and use it for By the
way, how fucking hard is rocket science anyway? Is that is it really that difficult?
We have a rocket that you it's you just step on it and
and it just goes up in the air. It's just, what the fuck? Science.
And then it comes back down. Yeah. Gravity.
You put it right back on the thing, stomp on it again. I mean, how fucking complicated is that? I'm being serious now. It's the most serious podcast we've ever done. How fucking complicated is rocket science?
Do you want me to talk, or are you going to fast forward it?
Oh, no.
No! We don't. Oh, P.S. I don't fucking edit these, by the way.
That was not nice.
I got so many messages about
that shit. That was fucking funny.
That was not nice.
I got so many messages of how funny that was.
It really was mean, though, man. It really was.
Nice, you big bully.
But to be fair...
What is this, Kansas?
To be fair, though, Tim, whenever... You were like, hey, is it cool if I come sit in all the time? Whatever. Yes, but you're going to be a character on the show, and we're just going to fuck with you all the time. You did agree to that.
Yeah,
I did.
That's true.
Yeah.
I also didn't...
Roadhouse.
I also didn't really cut out much. I just made it seem like I was cutting out.
You were talking to talk. All right. Do you want to say something?
No.
God damn it. No. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tim Toole. That was a good one. That was a really good one. All right, before we kick in, I want to thank our new supporters, Rodden James.
Rodden?
Rodden James.
It's
I'm not seeing the screen.
Rawdon. Rodden? Oh, Rodden. Rodden James and Sione.
I think it should be Rodden.
A $20 and a $10 supporter, respectively. If you guys want to support the show, just go to patreon.com and search Jaret Goes to the Movies, or just go to jaretgoestothemovies.com and click on support us. I want to thank our producers who are supporters of the show each and every month. David Murray, Ashley C., Sheila Ray Wonder, the hardest person in the world to nail down for a...
Whoa, wait, you're married now.
Yeah, and she's engaged. Shit just got crazy. Wendy Croft, Diane Small, David Dooley, Big Chris Whitehead.
Lucy Murray wants to be better at guitar and the ability to cook and a new computer.
Chris Holt and, Rodden James already made the list of that too. So, again, we don't take any money that we collect. We've literally never taken a cent out of our Patreon sponsor
Eventually,
money. We will. The idea is to spend some money advertising the show. We want to take this thing to video, do it more in a live format or whatever, and equipment costs money. So, we're not begging, but if you want to be a part of things, why not be like, basically what I'm saying is don't
get stuff back for it.
Don't be a fucking dick, but you can, you get all kinds of outtakes and archive stuff. And what else do they get? They just get stuff, right? Like we
do the Google Hangouts.
We do Google Hangouts, which is awesome. It's just basically like me talking to you guys because Rich always finds a way to
get of the show
out of it. You're a part of the show and yada yada. So I don't mean to downplay it, but honestly, even if you can do $1 a month, it does mean a lot.
And $1 a month, you get the outtakes for that week.
Yeah, and $5 a month you get the outtakes for
Historically, all the archives.
Yeah, and by archive, like we just did a 45-minute conversation
which was hysterical
with Ashley C.
Right.
And I mean, it's like a completely different podcast.
It's like the Jaret show for
and
an
you
hour.
and you get that for a week. So anyway, again, if you've got it in you, why not give it to us? All right, we're doing 50 first dates this week. You know, as we limped into this one, I was like, what the fuck are we doing this movie for? And I'm still wondering the same thing as I sit here. 50 First Dates, 2004. Henry Roth is a man afraid of commitment up until he meets the beautiful Lucy. They hit it off, and Henry thinks he's finally found the girl of his dreams until he discovers she has short-term memory loss and forgets him the very next day. That's a really good synopsis, actually. I really like it. And I do love Adam Sandler, by the way. I love how Adam Sandler casts his movies. I love it.
Yeah.
Adam Sandler.
We talked about this. Yeah.
Drew Barrymore. Let's talk about Adam Sandler as a leading man. Because here's the thing. Like, I find it to be somewhat believable if he's being silly Adam. But I think that there's a time when he starts to get super serious where I don't find it believable.
I thought you would love this movie.
I'm not saying that I hated it yet. I haven't given you any sort of...
I've gotten indications that you weren't happy about this movie.
I liked it okay.
What?
I think you laughed a lot in this
This is
movie.
one of my favorite movies.
Of all time?
Yeah, I
I
really
like
love
it too.
this movie.
You did laugh a lot. I think you're just like...
No, hold on. No, don't, listen to me. We're not even in
Everybody just look at Jaret like he's being
Stop
a
it.
dick right now.
We're not even talking...
Everybody look at Jaret like we look
Yeah.
at Rich every week.
We're not We're not even talking about the movie yet. I'm talking about... Everybody stop thinking about the movie. Let's think about
this is awesome.
Adam Sandler as a leading man.
Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
And
Shit.
is Adam Sandler a believable leading man?
Not in Spanglish.
No, I thought Spanglish was amazing.
I didn't think...
like
I
that
thought he
movie.
was
I didn't
really
like it.
awkwardly cast. in
I
that
thought
movie.
it was great in that.
Great
because
concept,
I thought
but-
it was amazing because I feel like he is a guy that could get the wool pulled over his eyes or whatever. But I just feel like this...
That's why we're not allowed to have a hot Hispanic
Here's the
housekeeper
problem.
anymore.
No,
You made a. I don't remember when you did it. It was either before the show or during the outtake that you can pay $1 to hear. But you mentioned that they had to throw in a silly part.
Yeah.
To sort of tamp down his serious lead actor.
Correct. Yeah.
I have a note in here. It says, this is what I consider a perfect Adam Sandler movie. There's the perfect balance between seriousness and silliness.
Okay.
Like a lot of the movies that I think that maybe you favor, it's like too silly. It's like
Sure.
everything's super silly.
Yeah.
And I thought this one was like, okay, I'm emotionally invested in this movie, but it's like right when they get serious, they throw in a silly part.
Right.
Yeah.
Just to sort of to add some levity to the
Now that
movie.
you
I
say
thought it was
that-
just perfect.
Now that you say that, you know what it actually like kind of reminds me of? If you really think about it, minus the ridiculous haircut. The Wedding Singer, like that was a great movie. It was super funny, but he really wasn't like silly Billy Madison the whole time. He was kind of this character.
He wasn't silly in that movie at all, actually.
No, I'm saying there was like some funny parts around it, but
my thing is just like a whole leading man thing. Like, do we really believe that all of these women at the first point? I mean, it's
that was silly.
he kissed her and like
Yes.
his nose is like rubbing in her
yeah,
eyeball.
it's not again, it's weird.
Jewish joke.
It's weird.
The only
That
one
was
I
not a
believed was
Jewish
the only one I believed was the old lady in the car.
What?
I definitely don't feel like he. I don't feel like he was
Well,
slamming the
actually-
Asian dentist. That's what I'd say.
The dentist is his actual wife.
No, that is true. Yeah, but no. Yeah,
That's why I recognize her
yeah,
from.
yeah. That's his actual. And she's cast in this movie under a different name. So
No, but I did say that whenever they were like kissing their first kiss a billion effing times, like I literally sat there and I was like, I don't think kissing Adam Sandler would be very nice.
Right. The thing is this.
Well, he apologized for not being
I'm
good
not
looking.
I'm not
That's
hating
not why.
on
I've kissed plenty of ugly dudes.
guys. Here's the thing. I'm not hating on Adam Sandler. I love Adam Sandler. I was just bringing up a topic of conversation. How do we feel about him as a leading man? That's all. It was a question.
Yeah,
You
you're
guys-
right. Matthew
you
McConaughey
guys-
belonged in this part.
Correct. And you took it as it being a slam on the movie, and I haven't even given you my review of the movie yet. So now get back to my original question. How do we feel about Adam Sandler as a leading man?
I would have hated this movie if Matthew McConaughey was in it.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I
But
would've
could you
liked
have
it.
put like a...
I probably would have liked it.
yeah, I don't know. I mean,
I don't think anyone can get away with his silliness that this movie had, though.
Agreed.
I like him. I get
You know
what
who
you're
else would've
saying,
even been good?
absolutely, but I liked it. I like him in it. I like the serious parts. I like when he gets serious.
You know what?
I like when he gets serious too, and I actually think here in this movie he did. And hold that thought, Tim. I didn't mean to cut you off, but I will say that like there's a part where she's watching the video for the first time, and he's like standing in the kitchen or whatever,
Right.
where like
He's like, oh shit, sorry, Dad.
no, but he's feeling feelings.
Yeah.
and I think he actually is genuinely a great. Obviously, he's one of the greatest comedic one of the most successful comedic
Sure.
actors of all time. What were you gonna say, Tim?
Failure to start.
What?
What? Failure to start.
I don't know what that is.
Failure to launch.
Oh, failure to launch.
Horrible movie.
It's the story of
No,
my
it was
brother's life.
It was a great movie, and it had the same kind of feelings of this one, I think.
Yeah, it was really good. It was about it was Matthew McConaughey. He still lived with his parents, and like it was like super awesome.
Horrible.
I'm gonna ignore that.
It was
Keep
an
talking.
amazing movie.
Roadhouse.
That movie was
and
it was
Sarah Jessica
almost
Parker.
as bad as the How to Lose
A Guy in 10
$10 in
Days.
three
Oh,
in 3
God.
hours. Rich.
I could do that.
Ugh, was horrible.
Drew Barrymore.
She looked really pretty.
She really did, and and here's my thing.
She looked pretty and hot.
It made me wish I hadn't sabotaged my blonde hair.
There
3
are
days
two
ago.
things that I want to point out with Drew Barrymore in this movie that I had never noticed. But first of all, like, do you think she got boobies like later on, like maybe after a kid or something? Because
well, those aren't real.
That's what I'm saying. Those things are nice.
Yeah,
and I don't remember those.
Her body.
Okay, this came up one time and
was
we
the
tried to
best
look
that
it
it's
up,
ever
and
been in
that's
this
where the
movie.
whole thing happened, where it was always a bunch of like gross pornos on
Oh, that's right.
images.
So the other thing, when she goes to break up with him at the water park, whatever it is where he works, she has on see-through white pants.
Oh,
and
right.
She has on a what some people might call a G-string
Right.
or a thong.
Right.
And she looks really nice in this movie.
She
will
looks
say that.
great in this movie.
And
She looks
she's-
really pretty. She's all glowy and
yeah, she looks good.
also, why would
Best
you want
she's
to wear?
ever looked.
Why do you wear the black G-string white pants to go dump somebody? Like that's what you do to somebody you hate, not somebody you care about. Like,
you're,
oh, by
you're
the
wanting
way,
him to remember you. You know.
yeah.
As you walk away,
How great is Rob Schneider in this movie?
he's the best. Dude.
He's so good.
I realized this week that I have the Rob Schneider body type.
Yeah, which is good. I mean, I just love that he flaunts it or whatever. He's so great at, and just the idea that he's just always surrounded by these 5 kids and they just do whatever. Everything they do is synchronized.
Right.
Yeah, they're just talented and
I mean, everything. You know,
and he's a mess.
yeah.
Yeah.
You can do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Blake Clark as the dad is so great as well. I love that dude. That guy's such a good actor. So Sean Austin, Astin.
Aston.
Austin. I believe it's pronounced Austin.
Okay.
Is it Aston?
I'm going with Ace.
Don't fucking
Just to
don't
shake
don't
shit up.
passive aggressive me.
I don't know.
Don't do that.
It just seems like it should
I
be.
think his name is
Aston.
Sean Austin.
We need someone here just for like pronunciation.
That's
names.
Yeah, I know it's the
Where do
fucking.
you, where do you
word.
get
That's your
the
new job,
awe
Zoe.
From?
All right, well then let's get into 5 questions with our great supporter Ashley C. And Dana, did you watch 51st Dates?
I did.
You did your job.
I did my homework.
You are our second hardest supporter to get a hold of. And
Who's
so
first? I have to know.
Oh, Sheila Ray is like the hardest person to nail down. Like I actually have to do her Skypes. Like we have to schedule a completely different time, and then it still gets canceled. Like we I don't even think she's ever been on the show.
No, she hasn't.
Yeah. So, but she's the best. She just got engaged, by the way. So,
Oh, did she?
Congratulations.
Did she marry a
Sheila.
doctor?
She's marrying a man named Tim.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah. Hey, you're one of those.
I'm one of those.
Hey, you've done it again. All right. Question number 1. Who is a better leading man, Adam Sandler or a dead guy?
A dead guy.
That's right. That is right. Why is Adam Sandler a leading man? In this movie, he actually like has to do a thing where he gets silly every once in a while. So the silly Adam Sandler has to make an appearance just to get rid of all of the anxiety of us thinking that he's like a leading man serious guy. I mean, it's fucking like it's just too much. Like I bought Punch Drunk Love, like that character was so good or whatever.
Did you
but
see Funny People?
I did not see Funny People.
It was good.
I liked
It
Spanglish.
was not
actually.
funny.
No. Oh, it's super sad. It's
Yeah.
about Seth Rogen's writing partner. It's a real
Sure.
story. Yeah, it's about Evan, the guy.
Oh, I like that movie.
Yeah, that's a really good movie.
It's,
Okay.
It's not funny. They tell jokes throughout
You're
the whole thing. No?
actually you're 1 for 1 right now. So a dead guy is actually a better leading man. We could reference Weekend at Bernie's or Weekend at Bernie's 2 to make sure that we're right on that. And so there you go. Question number 2. What is the deal with Drew Barrymore's lisp thing that she does? Is it A, something that she thinks is cute? Is it B, something she was born with and just couldn't afford a speech therapist? Is it C, something that Maybelline does to you? Or is it D, all of the above?
All of the above.
That is correct. Maybelline will give you a speech impediment. And you know what? I think that thing is cute sometimes.
You're only saying that because I have weird S's. Now
No,
you have to backtrack.
it's honestly, man, when they're saying that line over and over, like, can we have another first kiss or whatever? It just started really driving me crazy. And then the fact that her brother in the movie is doing a terrible fucking speech impediment makes it even worse. It's like, you, Sean Austin,
It's like
you could
hereditary
do better.
speech impediments.
You know what I mean?
That didn't even dawn on me that they both have speech impediments.
Well, the thing is that, like, I hate when somebody fakes a speech impediment and doesn't do it right. Because here's the thing.
I thought his was so funny.
Well, but if you have the thing where you go S and your S's are like, this is really savory. this is really savory. But the TH shouldn't do that sound. And so he was doing that on that. So he'd be like, this is really, it's like
he
his
was basically
tongue.
just sticking his tongue out.
Yeah, I don't like it. No, because I knew kids that had that speech impediment. And you have to learn
You're
to-
taking this personally.
No, it's not a personal
Fuck
thing.
that
It's
guy.
just like fucking
Jokes aren't funny.
And you know
When
what?
they
And I
affect-
tweeted Sean Austin to try to get him on this podcast.
Yeah, he didn't
Guess
answer.
what? He didn't respond to me.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Fuck him. You know what I mean? Like I you know what? I liked Goonies. Rudy was fine.
Now
But-
it's just fine.
Yeah, it's just fine. I'm glad he fell off the fucking chandelier when he was trying to do pull-ups and shit. Like I'm glad that happened. All right, you're 2 for 2, Ashley, and this is the best Skype I've ever done. The question number 3.
It's like when he started drinking coffee.
Yeah.
that whole 2 weeks after.
Yeah, I just was like, all the time. Yeah, it's very true. I really have been cooped up, and it's nice to be out. Question number 3 is actually going to deal with the movie. Drew Barrymore's brother and dad meant well by recreating the day each day so that she wouldn't completely lose her mind and freak out. However, that was fucking stupid. Right?
Yes.
That is correct. Okay. All right. There we go. Like, what do you do when you run out of newspapers? And, like, you can't just keep putting paint on the wall. Eventually, it just starts to peel off. And, like, that's not even a thing. You have to sandblast it so that you can put another coat on it. All of this is just terrible. Question number 4. Adam Sandler really is the greatest. True or false?
True.
That is true. You're right.
Yes.
You're absolutely right. In this movie, I love the shout-outs to Tommy Boy. I love the shout-outs to Happy Gilmore. We're going to cover that in the podcast itself. But, man,
You can do it.
he really, really is just amazing. All right. Now, you're 4 for 4. You're kicking ass. I feel like I'm really helping you along with this one this week, and you just stumbled upon a really great week for me and you to be a team. All right. Question number 5. Now, if you get this one right, you already are a winner. However, if you get the bonus question right, you do get your name on a plaque that is located somewhere in my house, and no one will ever see it. Ever. So it's just like you're not the famous person on the plane. The plane goes down, you don't get listed. No picture of you on CNN. You shouldn't have been on there with the fucking Rosemary's Baby chick. You know what I mean? That shouldn't have happened to you. All right. Question number 5. This is a doozy here. Are we ready?
Yes.
Spam and eggs actually might be delicious. True or false?
That's a tough one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with true.
It is true.
It's very true.
We're assuming it. I've actually never had spam before, but I assume
You'd like it.
It's
that
very
people
good.
like it.
And it's from Hawaii.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh, is
here's
that
the
why?
thing.
Yeah.
It's like
I
salty.
thought it was from Guam. I really did.
salty
I
meat
thought
you can
No, it's
fry.
from Hawaii, and it's good.
So it was topical and tropical.
you know what's good? Reese's peanut butter cups. They are
On eggs?
not on eggs.
Oh, okay.
But I'm gonna be honest. I would not try it. Like if somebody was like,
you never know. That's how
I
everything.
know. That's how everything. It's like the whole like salt and sweet thing.
Right.
Like once you like really figure that out, and it's like a legitimate thing where you're just like, oh shit, that makes a lot of sense.
Right.
My mom accidentally dipped a Cheeto in her Nutella, and she's like, well, now that's like her thing.
Yeah. It is funny how that stuff.
Well, think about French fries on a Frosty. Or
Right.
on a
What is the
shake or
deal with
whatever.
that? Yeah,
I never
people
do it,
love
but it's
French
like a
fries
whole
with
thing.
Yeah, that's a whole movement.
It's good.
And mayonnaise on fries.
That's disgusting.
No.
That's not right.
Only Chick-fil-A fries.
Because the waffle thing, right?
I don't know.
You'd like the mayonnaise on
I don't
the-
like it, but my entire high school goes crazy.
Mayonnaise, that's In-N-Out fries.
Do you know why?
Fuck In-N-Out fries.
Do you know why
They're terrible.
You know why
Suck
the waffle fries are so fucking good? Because when you stick them in the ketchup, the ketchup gets into the little grooves.
Right.
It's like a.
It's like it's got ketchup built into it.
Yeah, it's like it's importing ketchup to your
Right.
like. It's like, hey, this is an import. We're gonna.
It's like putting
deliver it.
ham and cheese and ham and cheese and ham and cheese.
Right.
Like you don't put all the cheese on the top and all the ham on the bottom.
Dude, okay, here's the thing. This is a real thing that's just happened to me today. We went to JC's Burgers, and it's so delicious. It's so good. However, they put the cheese on the bottom of the meat.
Why?
I don't know, but that completely freaks me out.
Maybe they just flipped the burger upside down.
I don't think so. I like it to be
I didn't notice
a
that.
bun with a piece of meat on it, and then cheese, and then whatever the fuck else is going on there.
Yeah, because the cheese needs to melt on top of the burger.
Well, it was apparently on there, and it was upside down, and I ate it, and it was delicious.
Well, that was big of you.
I just feel like that was that a fat joke? I feel like that the cheese touches the tongue too soon. You know what I mean? If it's on bottom.
Hey,
I just like the flavors to be layered. That's my thing.
So you know I like to cook, right? So
I do know that.
So the cheese should make the condiments, like the pickles and the onions and blah blah, stick
to the
so you
burger.
need it on the cheese. If you put it on the meat, it's gonna like
slide off.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a restaurant here that's started by a guy that used to run one of the nightclubs we used to play all the time. And they do a deal where it's like you go through, like, it's like you're going through Chipotle, but they dig the bread out of the top bun and they put all your condiments in that and then put it on there so they won't fall out.
Oh.
And then they make bread pudding with the stuff that they dug out.
They're kind of stealing bread from you when you think about it.
I know. You know that at the restaurant Potbelly,
Yeah.
they will dig the bread out of it and call it a skinny sandwich, and they actually charge you more because they have to fucking dig the bread out.
They do that at Jimmy John's too.
It's like,
Just
what
dig your own
the
bread out.
fuck just happened? Like, just
give me the
hand
bread.
it to me. Yeah.
I'll dig it out.
And I'll dig it out myself.
Jesus Christ.
What do you do? I mean, like, you're scooping bread out of a piece of bread.
It's like ordering a skinny girl margarita somewhere.
Yeah,
like,
what the fuck? Why just
you might as well just order a shot of
So
tequila.
they do that at Jimmy John? Really?
Yeah.
I would pay for that at Jimmy John's because the fucking sandwich like hangs out the side.
I don't like
No,
Jimmy John's.
I like it.
I don't. I
They have
I
the
don't-
hot peppers are really good.
It hangs out the fucking side. It's like I'm eating the sandwich like, corn.
You can't eat a sandwich sideways. That's super weird.
They did
At-
put
at
People are
Jimmy
gonna-
John's, you
People
do.
are gonna think you're crazy and like commit you and shit. Like you can't.
They did put an onion in the middle of my sandwich once, and
You found it on accident.
no, I bit into it, and I like literally didn't eat there for like 4 years.
One onion.
Fuck them. Yeah,
One
I was really
onion
mad.
did that. I get it. All right, Ashley, you've done amazing. You've gotten 5 questions correct, and it is time now to move on to the bonus question, which we have to throw it over to my amazing partner, Mr. Richard Kubert Coleman.
Hi, Ashley.
Hi.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
In the movies that we've reviewed so far, who was the worst actor? A. Drew Barrymore in 50 First Dates.
Because it's not actress anymore.
That's
it's
right.
just actor.
Right.
Okay, that's fucking good.
Thank you. B. Sean Young in Ace Ventura. Or C. The entire cast of Purple Rain.
Oh shit! I don't even think
I totally know.
Oh, man.
I think I know what I would go with, and I don't think it's the obvious.
I think I'd have to go with the Ace Ventura, honestly.
That is exactly right. Sean Young, worst actress of all time.
Oh, is
All
it the
time.
lady? Also actor. Jaret.
Oh, actor. Yeah, she's terrible in that. Oh my god.
I didn't know that was her
Get to
name.
the point, Ventura.
That blonde waitress from Purple Rain acted circles around Sean Young.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, are you kidding me? Like fucking, like Prince like fucking coming in and dealing with his dad beating his mom was better than you know what I mean? Like, get off her, Dad. Hey, stop doing that. Quit it. I'm going down to the basement.
To go rub some chick's boobs for 30 minutes.
That was the soundtrack.
Ashley, you're amazing. Thank you so much. This is the 50-minute Skype we've just done, and we haven't even started the podcast yet. So I think actually we should just put this one on as just like on our Facebook as just like hey, here's what you're missing if you're not on Patreon, you know? And you're just going to be you're a star now, Ashley.
This should just be the podcast.
Yay.
But thank you, as always, for supporting us. You know we love you. And we're going to be doing a Google Hangout sometime in the next 2 weeks. Just trying to figure that out. I'm going to finish the Bowling for Soup record on Monday, and I'm so excited to have that behind me. And it'll be time to move on to other things. So until next time, thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Have a
All
good
right.
night.
Bye. See you later. Bye.
It could happen. Then you won't be able to go on your big boat trip to Alaska. You'll be stuck here, waking up next to the same old ugly broad, just like Ula. I'm just kidding, guys.
About the old part or the ugly part?
Here's the thing. If you're a guy who's a vet at a water park, like SeaWorld or whatever,
right?
You don't even have to act like you're a secret agent. You don't even need game. Like, you could be like, hey, do you want to meet a penguin? And like, what girl isn't gonna leave the bar with you?
I'm with you on that.
I would do that now, and I'm officially married.
That's true.
Where did you go? I met a fucking penguin.
Yeah, what am I supposed? I'm like, I understand. You know, like, did he kiss you on the mouth? Kinda. Fuck.
But there was this walrus.
Yeah.
If I was a SeaWorld vet, what do they call those? A
veterinarian?
No, there's a
aquatician,
marine
biologist,
a marine life something. I'd still be married.
Specialist,
rocket science.
Yeah, she was crazy about
underwater rockets.
Who was
my ex?
Which one?
The second one. Thanks.
Oh. Yeah. Do you think you really would still be married if you were doing that?
I'm just saying.
Was she really so crazy about dolphins that?
Yeah, she really was.
No, but listen, was she so crazy about dolphins that you bought her the dolphin engagement ring, like in freaking Independence Day?
No, she probably no.
That was the worst ever. I'd be so mad if I was like, I really like,
If the diamond was
penguins.
the size of a dolphin, maybe. But no.
How's everything going with you, by the way? Like, are you dating at all, or
no?
What's going on?
Just chilling
with all that stuff. Not at all. I know
Zoe and I are just.
You're hanging with your daughter a lot. You guys are making a lot of music, which is cool.
Yep.
I mean,
we're just having fun doing that.
Yeah, and that's all you're doing. Mm-hmm. That's it. How's the new?
That's all I have time to do.
Yeah.
Really.
Okay.
Did you get rid of the zebra pillow?
Actually, I did.
Yeah, you really do take my advice.
I do.
I appreciate
always.
that.
I think the color of your walls is fucking awesome. By the way,
I think it's cool too. The zebra pillow just had to fucking go.
Yeah, I'm with you. It was just leftover. That's all.
Are you still
I didn't
working?
buy it.
You're not working from home
Kind
anymore?
of feminine, but
I work from
love
home
it.
Monday and Friday.
So
what's feminine? My house?
Yeah, it just in.
It's
in.
so here's the deal, Zoe.
Like 100%.
You have to.
Nice.
Yeah,
I'm
for
proud
the
of you.
ladies. If you walked into that apartment, would you feel like safe and like?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably be like,
"Where's his mom?
Where's his wife?"
Oh. And
but
what's
you did
weird is
tell
that
me
was all
that.
me.
Yeah, I was gonna say you did tell me that you did it all yourself.
Yeah.
and I'm a little impressed.
Thanks.
You should be a lot impressed, actually, though, because when I went in, that's not what I expected to say. I thought it would be like really neat and just like organized or whatever.
Like
as it is.
serial killer neat, but not
Kinda,
like designer
yeah.
neat.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty much. Okay, yes. I did think it'd be serial killer neat, but I did check the freezer for vials of blood, by the way.
I like that he put up my
You're
pig,
buying the AC.
babe. Jaret,
What's that?
He put up my pig.
Yeah.
Oh,
I have
love
pictures
it.
to
Oh,
prove
you did?
it. remember?
Okay, cool.
I love it.
Yeah, you want a pig?
Yes.
Okay, you can have a pig.
Done.
So are you an architect?
I am not. I'm in fish.
Oh, that's where the smell is coming from.
Yeah. I was feeding a walrus this morning, and I thought I got most of it off of me, but guess I didn't.
I love that smell.
No, you don't. Fish don't even like that smell.
No, I do. My dad's a fisherman. He and my brother Doug, they go out to sea for months at a time. And I miss them so much while they're gone that when they come back, I just hold on to them for 5 minutes each. And they smell just like your hands. It's the best smell in the world.
Zoe, earmuffs. So wouldn't she immediately think that he had just been with another woman before and not that he was handling fish?
Those aren't earmuffs. Those are headphones.
Okay, Zoe, you can take your earmuffs off.
Well,
No, 'cause
that was the whole joke.
It would have smelled like French fries.
French fries?
Yeah, that's what it smells like. What? Yeah.
Oh.
This reminds me of the whole Matthew McConaughey Dazed and Confused scene.
See, he's back. He's back. Fucking Matthew McConaughey. You can't fucking stay away from him.
I fucking can't stand him.
You know, Dazed
like
Confused, and when they're like,
Magic Mike.
Talk about worst leading man ever, though.
Do you think so?
Horrible.
You know what?
Everything
I actually disagree.
Did you see Fool's Gold? That was good. He did good in that one.
That was good. Is that with Goldie Hawn's daughter?
Yes.
God, damn it.
bad.
When I grow up, I'm
What
going to be
is-
that skinny with those little boobs that are probably like sitting straight up in the air and like her little yoga pants butt.
Oh,
that's what's going
Lord.
to happen.
They're not sitting up anywhere. They're just...
So essentially, I'm just going to implode and then like.
In no way do I not want you to be you, but like, what age is that going to happen? Am I?
Probably like after you're dead.
Yes, and the next
that's not
husband.
going to be long.
The
For
next
my
husband.
next husband, that's my age that
Fucking
I am now.
Rick from church.
Rick
you
from church.
son of a bitch.
Exactly.
Hi.
Hi.
My fingers are extra fishy today, if you care to take a whiff.
What was that?
I was petting my walrus all morning, and I was thinking about you the whole time.
Okay, pervert, I think that you should leave.
What? I'm just joking around because of what we talked about yesterday.
I like the story. I actually think it's a great premise. I just don't like this fucking recreating her day every day thing. It drives me nuts.
It doesn't make any sense.
So you don't like Groundhog Day?
No.
That movie stresses me out.
But he doesn't. Actually, yeah, that movie gives me anxiety. But no. I mean, I just don't. I don't like that. Like everybody's in on it because it just doesn't make any sense. Like it's been a year. How could she have not got a parking ticket before, or like just some other guy coming? I mean, like there's just too many things
that's the
that
next
could have
scene,
been.
though, right?
Yeah, they said but the dad says we have a bad day. It's like this has happened before,
Right.
Yeah.
You know, but it resets, and then they just start it all over because
Right.
this is the easiest thing for them to do. They just make it. They're taking the easy way out,
Right, and it's
every day.
awesome. And I mean, obviously they love her, and that's great. But
The same thing that you said earlier, this is what bothers me is like the painting the garage thing
yeah,
literally makes no sense because like it's his idea. Hey, honey, painted it white. You should paint a picture on it. Like,
right.
why
It's
would
not
you
like she's missing anything.
It's not like she like thought like I'm going to paint the garage tomorrow and that's why she has to do it. Like, why would you bring something like that?
Well, you
up?
know what? Actually,
Benefit of the doubt guy.
it's because they need something to keep her busy for the day, so
That's
that
what I was
she's
thinking.
not out there like getting
Running
into
around.
stuff and like meeting people that she shouldn't be interacting with, and they're keeping her contained essentially, and that's what they're doing.
Yeah, taking
So,
the easy way out.
Roadhouse.
Ugh.
Her father broke some ribs, but Lucy suffered a serious head injury. She lost her short-term memory.
So she can't remember anything?
No. She has all of her long-term memory. That's a different part of the brain. Her whole life, up to the night before the accident, she remembers. She just can't retain any new information.
So, do you realize that if you had this condition, you and I could never be friends? Because the very first day that we met, you hated me. So it'd be like every day you'd meet me and you'd hate my guts.
Okay, no, I didn't hate you. I just thought you were very.
He didn't enjoy you.
You were abrasive and like very. You
But
asked me
nothing
a
has
lot of
changed.
like super intrusive questions.
Did I
and
really?
oh yeah, it was fucking nuts. And then on my way out, which I'm leaving with, my wife now, and you're just like, you take care of that girl.
Well, we had been drinking.
Yeah, you're right.
And
Now-
you hadn't been.
Then you drank
or
more on
something.
Halloween, and y'all
No,
became
I didn't
awesome
drink a lot.
friends.
I didn't
Yeah,
drink.
I had been drinking, you hadn't been drinking
y'all
very much.
I had not been drinking. You
Right.
guys had been drinking.
Right.
I had a couple of beers.
Yeah, you
Right.
saw what happened
That
when he
could
did drink.
be
The next
the
time, him
reason.
and my dad
Yeah.
became blood brothers, and you guys became best friends.
Exactly. That's what happened. The next time we hung out, me and my father-in-law became blood brothers.
Which makes Jaret my
I
uncle
talked
by
you
blood.
into leaving the party with your ex-wife and coming back.
Okay.
And you slept upstairs. It was just like a
that's
whole
right.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here's the thing about short-term memory loss. Like, I think I'd be cool with that. Like, you'd have no stress.
Well, you wouldn't know if you. It's for you. It's just the next day.
Yeah, but it's like Sunday. You know, like it's just the perfect. It's Sunday, and it's your dad's birthday, and just like they're just not. All you have to fucking do is eat a waffle and get a pineapple. Like that's the best life ever. It
Read a
really
book,
is.
Eat a waffle, get a pineapple.
That's it. That's
done.
your whole fucking day.
Paint a wall.
Yeah, and you make a pineapple upside down cake apparently, which looked delicious by the way. Hadn't had one of those in a long time.
I'd be mad.
And be surprised by the Sixth Sense.
Yeah,
Every
dude.
time.
Oh yeah,
How
I would
great
love
was
to
that?
relive that.
That
The first time I saw the Sixth Sense,
me too. And I actually was.
everybody went.
I was so lucky to have seen that in the theater, and I had no idea.
Remember, I told you someone spoiled that for me.
No, nobody
That
did for me. I didn't know the
sucks.
whole
Fucking
time.
DJ.
Oh my god,
I would just hope I'd keep my health habits the same because, like, I'd be really pissed if I went to sleep looking like Zoe, like I used to, and woke up one day and I'm like, "What the fuck happened? Oh my god! There's so much swelling! Call the ambulance!"
That's true because I never thought about that. She's gonna get old as well.
they
said
say
it.
it in the movie. So he's like, what happens? Like,
Yeah, but I was thinking about everyone else around her. I'd never thought about her waking up one day and just being old.
Well, that's what she said. They said what happens when
Yeah,
she wakes
yeah.
up and she's 10 years
I just
older.
didn't think about her. I thought
Yeah.
about everyone else. I just didn't think about her.
see, I'm exactly the opposite. I thought
thought both.
until you just said that,
I'm smarter than y'all.
I never even thought about the fact that like. Your dad in a
Right.
year can age a lot. Like,
Right.
why
And
wouldn't
the
you wake
brother-
up and be like, Jesus Christ, like, what the fuck happened to you, you know?
Well, I kept thinking about it because they were saying, like, he's on steroids and stuff. So, like, imagine, like, going to bed with your, like, scrawny or chubby brother and then, like, waking up and he's, like, got these muscles, you know?
He looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Which he didn't.
He did
kinda,
not.
He just kind of looks like
Yeah, he held it together. He didn't return my tweet.
like
so
a
fuck
high
him.
school soccer player. He looks like shit.
I fucking hated Goonies.
Hey, you guys.
Hey, sweetie, how's the painting coming?
Ooh, you'll see. Oh, what's the score?
The Vikings are on the 2-yard line. If they score here, they bring it to 14-10.
Ooh, maybe they'll win for your birthday, Dad. And I'll bet Culpepper runs it in.
I bet he fakes a handoff to Williams and throws the pass to Kleinsoff in the end zone.
Did you understand anything that they were talking about here at all? Like,
Yeah.
Do you just watch that kind
I
of
did.
shit and just
Oh, you're
go,
talking about the sports aspect
yeah,
of
you
it
don't
all?
fucking understand what's
I
going on.
understand sports.
Yeah, he
I
said he's gonna
understand
hand
it.
in the
I didn't
ball
know
and
who
do the
those
thing.
people were. There were
Yeah.
those famous people. Did you know those people?
Of course I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I had never
What's
heard
it-
them before.
Yeah, I did.
I had to go look them up when I was writing them down for the notes.
Did you really?
Yeah,
and you spelled it wrong too.
Oh, did I really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You did. It's with a C.
Oh,
But
okay.
that's okay. Yeah, I wondered as that was going on. I was like, I wonder if he's going to pull that clip, and if he does, I wonder if he even knows what's going on.
I understand what a fake is. I understand what a touchdown is.
Yeah.
I get it.
Okay.
I just don't
I
enjoy
like
it.
You
That's
just
all.
hate. Fun.
Remember, you get rid of the stuff you don't enjoy. So I got rid of sports.
I know it. Yes, exactly. Does it bring you joy?
Nope.
Fuck it.
Gone. Watch the pre
You don't
or listen
fuck
to the pre-show.
the things that don't bring you joy, by the way.
What's that? No,
To
you don't have to fuck
clarify.
everything. Yeah, so if you want to know what we're talking about, I go into great detail about that on the pre-show. Which are we going to put that up for free this week?
Yeah, we'll do that.
So we're going to put that up for free this week, just to show you guys what you have access to every week.
To show you what you're missing
on Patreon.
I'll expose it on Patreon along with Tim's penis, and then I will post the links on Twitter and Facebook. So go look for those there.
Roadhouse.
And this is what happens a single day.
How long gonna take for her memory to come back?
Our doctors say it may never come back.
So basically, what you're saying is, she's the perfect girl for you.
What do you mean?
You can hang out with her all day with no attachment because
Her plane leaves every night? There's only one problem with that.
what is?
It's evil.
Quit busting my coconuts. It's good. Zoe, did you watch this movie?
I did.
You did? What did you think about it?
I thought it was cute,
Mm-hmm.
and I cried a little bit at the end.
Did you?
Of course you did.
Like, which
I mean,
part?
I know it's like crazy to think, but I do actually have emotions.
What?
Every once in a while, yeah.
I've never seen them.
Yeah, I mean.
Well, I
don't know.
think your emotions come out in your songs, actually, because you do show some emotion there. But and everybody that's listening to this will know that at some point. But here's my question. You thought the movie was cute.
Yeah, I mean,
What part made you cry?
just like the very end, like
The daughter or the painting the egghead shapes.
the daughter part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did like the egghead thing, the paint.
That was
scenes and
amazing.
stuff. I loved
Did you
that.
not cry, Jaret?
I'm going to be honest with you.
Please be honest with me.
I didn't.
What?
Until
Oh.
the dedication to his dad. At the end of the movie, he dedicates the movie to his dad.
Are you kidding me?
Nope. I lost my shit. So, yeah.
Man.
Absolutely lost
So you didn't
it,
cry when the daughter went and hugged her?
I didn't, and I'm going to tell you
I
why.
cried.
I'm going to tell you what. Did you really?
Absolutely. I cried like 3 or 4 times in this movie.
All right,
I
I'm
cried
gonna
there, and as I'm doing the clips, and I'm going, oh, I didn't cry when the daughter hugged her. And then when Drew said, oh my God, or something like that, just gushed. I was like, son of a bitch.
I'm going to tell you why I don't think I did, and in no way is this like a dig at the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like it's real cut up. Like, I just felt like all the movie in and of itself is just real choppy. Like, there's no flow.
So that scene didn't get you?
No, I liked it. I did.
What about
but
the egghead scene where he's like, I'm drawing you and stuff, and then
Yeah, I mean, I did. I just honestly, I
think you're losing your feelings. I
No,
think you're starting to not feel
it
feelings.
threw me because 10-second Tom rolled in and like it just it ended
Well,
up
and that's
being-
what I was talking about. That's like a perfect example. It's like, do you recognize me? No, it got real heavy right there. And then she was like, can I show you something? And then they go away, and this is like super heavy. Like,
Yeah.
she didn't recognize him. You were expecting her to recognize him because this is the end of the movie, and it's like, oh, she didn't recognize him. Crap. And it got real heavy. And then, boom, a little lighthearted. What am I doing? I don't know. You're Picasso or whatever.
It just I don't know. Again, it got choppy there for me. Did I feel emotion? Yeah. Did I laugh? Yes. You know what? I might not have watched it under the best circumstances either. I will say, like, I was on a red eye last night. I had to watch the movie today. You know, my dogs haven't seen me in 4 days. My wife hasn't seen me in 4 days.
I made him go to lunch.
She made me go to lunch. I wanted to go like get food and eat the food like while we were watching the movie, which is what I really like to do.
Mm-hmm.
She wouldn't let me do that, and so I don't know. It's maybe if I had watched it under different circumstances.
No sexcapades, right?
During the movie?
I mean,
100% we did, yes.
Yes.
We had sex. It happens every single time. We can't.
Do I need to preface your movie watching
We
with
can't-
don't have sex in the middle of the movie?
We can't do it in the middle.
Jesus.
It's impossible in the middle of the day. We just can't.
Keep your hands off each other.
I mean, like we do.
I mean, Jesus Christ, you just got married and you fucking went away. What did you expect, Rich?
What's the honeymoon for?
What did you expect?
Well, like most movies before that too.
You got to come back and be a married couple, which is you don't have sex at this point.
Well, that's coming like later.
That's true.
But we can't tell them that. We can't tell them that.
Let's not spoil. We don't want to spoil the
for like
surprise.
6 months, guys.
Like, I married a 25-year-old.
Oh yeah, it was before my birthday. You're welcome.
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm having a problem with something, but
Is it something that I can help you with?
no. I just can't breathe.
So bad.
Okay, I'll have pancakes.
I love the whole everybody in the restaurant. I love like that. The guy that's just like, can I have that? I want to use it for toilet paper or whatever. Like,
Are you staring at me or her? Because you're starting to freak me out.
The best.
that's so good, so good.
I thought
That
the
guy
scene
was
was
amazing.
painful though. I couldn't handle the reading thing. I thought it was bad.
I agree. I actually agree with that. Like, I thought that there probably could have been a better way.
But wasn't there an amazing payoff when she was like, she knew that he was totally faking
Yeah,
it?
I get it.
Yeah, and
because I was the same way until the payoff.
But
if
and then
if
it made everything great again.
If that happened to me and I was in a restaurant and a guy was totally faking that, like, I wouldn't want to fucking have breakfast with. I'd be like,
This
you're
is
annoying.
an Adam
like,
Sandler movie, though. Everything is
know.
completely ridiculous.
Let me ask you something. What's in it for you? What do you get out of this?
I don't know. But wouldn't you want to spend an hour a day with that?
Actually, no. She sings like shit. What?
Can I ask you guys something? What's going to happen down the line? Someday she's going to wake up and look in the mirror and notice her face has aged 10 years overnight.
You know something, Henry? I worry about that every damn day of my life.
So I'm going to tell you a few things that drive me crazy. Have I gone over the speech impediment on this thing or no? Okay. So
maybe it was
that
on the
earlier?
pre-show, yeah.
I fucking hate when people try to fake a speech impediment and don't get it right, because like just getting your S's wrong doesn't necessarily mean that you would also get the sh sound wrong.
Right.
And it's almost like if you were to whistle your S's, you wouldn't go like Matthew McConaughey. So he'd be like, hey, Reliant has great electricity. Really good. Steak is what's for dinner. But you wouldn't go, shut up. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's the thing with this thing. Like you would be like,
man, you're getting nitpicky on
what?
this shit.
What do you? I just don't fucking think you should go the whole time.
He's grumpy
Like
because his
this.
hair looks like Hitler.
My hair does look like my wife gave me the worst haircut of all time.
It's not about a haircut. Your hair blows. Sorry.
I have the greatest hair maybe in the history of rock and roll music.
Look at all of these.
Do not tell me that whenever I cut that hair and styled it, that did not look badass.
Hey guys,
I can't whistle my
guys, y'all like this? Reliant is great at electricity. This,
I think that's a local commercial that no one in the UK is going to get.
I need you to take back the haircut comment.
A commercial for you just fucking told me that I have bad hair.
Well, because you told me I gave you a bad haircut, so I felt like it was a good attack.
You said it looks like Hitler.
Well, yeah, it does currently.
You guys are definitely married now, by the way.
This sucks.
Gonna be all right, Luce.
Don't call me Luz. I barely know you.
Sweetie, you're sort of dating him.
Sorry, I'm not better looking.
Do we have sex? I like that question. It's a fucking good question, to the point. Like, you know, and I realize that your kid is here, but you brought her here. She wants to know if she's being penetrated by this stranger sitting next to her.
Can you give me just 2 minutes?
Sure. God damn it. No, the last time I gave you 2 minutes, you pitched a fucking movie to me that was actually a really good idea, and I thought it was a bit the whole time.
I told you it wasn't a bit.
I know, but why did you
at the
pick
end you were
then?
going to say in the butt like you usually do.
Right.
All right, Zoe.
Rich.
When two people love each other and there's like birds, I'll do this later.
They get married. The other people get drunk and they have sex.
Exactly.
Roadhouse. Listen, doctor, this friend of mine's been experimenting a little with steroids, and he's been having a lot of wet dreams. Could there be a connection between those two?
Douglas, get off the juice. And as far as the nocturnal emissions, why don't you take a swim, buy a shirt with no holes in it, find a beautiful vagina, and take her to dinner?
Tell my friend you said so.
How great is Dan Aykroyd? Like, all the time.
He totally came out of nowhere, cast-wise. Like, I was like, holy shit, that's Dan Aykroyd. What is he doing in the movie?
It had to have been like one of those things where they were just at the same place. He's like, hey, I gotta, let me write you into this thing.
Like, what a creepy doctor. Like, stop looking at my amygdala. Like, my eyes are up here.
No, it's totally like they were filming in Hawaii. Dan Aykroyd was there. They saw him in a hotel and were like, holy crap, Dan, we're doing a movie. Want to be a cast member? And he's like, well, I'm about to go play golf. Can we just shoot this in the hotel lobby or something?
Or he's like Tyler Perry and just shows up and it's like, put me in the movie.
So our second, though, I love the tribute because he talks about the Callahan. They're the Callahan Institute. And Callahan is the auto parts place in Tommy Boy.
Oh, is it?
And so another, like, a really nice nod to Chris Farley.
Well, maybe days like this don't have to be so bad.
What are you trying to say?
Well, when you guys tell her, she's not just finding out about the accident. She's finding out that her life is basically a setup. think that's what freaks her out the most.
Well, you're an expert now?
No, I'm just saying I wish there was another way besides, sorry we couldn't trick you today. Here's some pictures of your broken head.
You want a broken head, huh, smart guy?
Why, you gonna give it to him?
No, Daddy, I thought you was gonna do it.
Nobody's got to break my head, guys. I'm going to split anyways.
Well, don't go just because my thumb is psychotic.
Dude, the best is when Doug confronts him in the first time, and the way that he just steps on his hands and just folds him over, and like that, you got to think like you're completely defenseless at that point. Like it is like
it was hilarious.
Oh, so good.
Oh my god, we haven't really talked about him beefing up for this. I don't know. It wasn't for this, but he was because he was this pudgy little kid. I mean, and he is today.
A kid.
This was the only time he was buff. Like before this, he was not buff, and after this, he was not buff.
Adam Sandler?
No.
Oh, Sean Austin.
Sean Astin.
Yeah.
Aston.
Sean
Astin.
Austin.
Stein.
A-Stein.
Nasta. It's backwards. No, I mean he did. I mean he could move his pectorials, which was nice.
Yeah, it was nice. So
I heard you can do that after you get an under the muscle boob job.
That is true. Yeah. Do you not have it under the muscle?
No, I do. I shouldn't want to talk about my boob job.
Zoe, do you know anyone that has under the muscle boob job?
I don't know about under the muscle, but I know a couple people that do.
Oh, okay.
They may have been my mother's.
Hers is under the muscle.
And she goes, it may have been my mother's. That's amazing.
Just think if Adam Sandler wants a day off from being married, he totally could do it. He's just like, don't show up that day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like your dad would
like
really
just
like to
take
have
the
you there for the
videotape
weekend.
out of the thing. You know what I mean? And it's like, oh, I'm gonna go have my own guys' night out or something.
Not if they're on a boat in fucking Alaska.
Well, I'm just saying before that part, but it's like you just take the video out and you just go do a guy's day, go golfing all day, and she has no idea what's going on, and is like just distraught. But at the end of the day, she goes to sleep eventually, probably in a police station somewhere, and then you just pick her up and give her the videotape again. It's like it never happened.
I just wonder, like, what happens, like, if she needs to go to the restroom in the middle of the night, like wouldn't you?
Is there like? Is it like a point? Is like midnight?
Yeah, it has to be daytime or something.
No, who cares? She would just think it's the morning of the day.
But when does it happen? Like, when does she forget? Like the second she falls asleep?
Yeah, probably like whenever you hit like
Roadhouse.
Legitimate like REM sleep cycle.
Where does Adam sleep in the boat? He has to make sure he gets up before her every single day.
Every day.
I'm sure he's just like kept blunt objects out of the
two
bedroom.
bedrooms in there.
no lacrosse stick.
All right, Zoe, let's play Somewhere Over the Rainbow right now. Go ahead. You do the chords and I'll sing. Go. Come on.
Well, I don't really know all the chords.
It doesn't matter. We're going to do it anyway.
We'll figure it out. And I can edit this, so if you make it...
We are not editing this. We're going to nail it. We're going to nail this the first time. Ready?
Okay. Well, I should probably take my cape off.
Yes, that's a good idea.
Just pull the mic down if you're going to not
No,
sing.
she's fine. She's fine.
Okay.
Or just twist it.
So you can hear both.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, perfect. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, and the dreams that you dreamed of once on a lullaby. That was pretty good, right?
Yeah. Do you
I
want
thought we did
to
good.
She could capo it up, and you could do it a little higher if you wanted to.
It is pretty low, right?
It is pretty low.
Was my pitch bad? Is that what's
No,
going
the pitch was fine. It was just low.
It was super low.
We'll do
Okay,
it.
let's try it. Let's
Capo it up. Capo it up.
Okay, my knowledge on that song is not very fantastic.
Are you saying it was off?
Do
Only because I know that song.
That is such a mean
Capo
thing
up
to
a couple
say.
You asked. I
One
think
more.
that makes more sense.
No, but I
Should
did.
have been higher. Much higher.
God damn it! Fuck. Hold on.
Roadhouse.
Okay, let's try. Let's let Zoe sing it.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
you sing.
That song?
Yeah.
Why don't you just sing one? You know what I want to hear?
What?
Would you do a song on the podcast for us?
Sure.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right, I want to hear "Toxic."
Okay, if I can remember it.
That's the one she least remembers.
Okay, what's the other one that I really like? I got a music stand. You want a music stand?
That would be lovely, actually.
Yep, I got it. Okay.
I ain't got no time for changing. My life keeps rearranging all on its own now that you're gone. And I ain't got no reason for why I'm singing, but I keep on now that you're gone. And would you mind telling me why you kept the lies up all this time? And would you mind telling me why you're doing just fine? Don't you dare tell me you cared when you know you were barely there. Don't you dare tell me you cared, it's just not fair. I'm done assuming, 'cause all you've done was ruin what's on my mind, such a waste of my time. And I'm sick of reading about stuff I'm not seeing in real life. No, I'd much rather die. And would you mind telling me why you kept the lies up all this time? And would you mind telling me why you're doing just fine? Don't you dare tell me you cared when you know you were barely there. Don't you dare tell me you cared, it's just not fair. You can blame me all you want, babe, but I did my best with what I had. 'Cause I gave you my everything and you gave me a half-ass attempt. And would you mind telling me why you kept the lies up all this time? And would you mind telling me why you're doing just fine? Don't you dare tell me you cared when you know you were barely there. Don't you dare tell me you cared, it's just not fair. I ain't got no reason for why I'm singing, but I keep on now that you're gone.
Yeah!
Amazing!
Thank you.
Awesome.
Not my best, but it's
Where can people find you?
I don't really know.
We're
I mean,
just getting her started. She has
yeah,
a YouTube, but we
I
don't have anything up
Twitter
on there yet.
and stuff, but
Yeah, what's your Twitter?
my Twitter is at Zoe Coleman X, ZoeColemanX.
So
Because it was already taken, probably.
Zoe Coleman X.
Yes.
Yeah, that's easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody go follow her right now.
Yeah, except for her dad, who's
That was
not
my
allowed to follow
birthday
her. Whatever.
Yeah, well.
She blocks me.
That song is the theme
It's
song
creepy.
to my
It's not
birthday.
creepy.
You get email notifications every time
That's
I tweet
because
anything.
I'm a good father.
No, that's weird.
All fathers and mothers out there going, yeah, because he's a good father.
No.
So I got a text from Tim Toole. I'm going to read this real quick.
All right.
So I thought I'd come home with my wife awake and ready for the tool, and he capitalized it.
Oh, no.
And
Marta
puts an
probably
A
listens
on
to
it.
this.
No, she
And
doesn't.
it says, and she is out, LOL. Put that on the podcast, winky face. So fuck it, I did.
Lucy, as you know, your mother and I were best friends. That's why I promised her that I would always help look after you. Sometimes life isn't very fair, but we still have you. Oh, and if you were wondering about this guy who's making this tape, he's okay.
Here's the thing. I don't think I would wake up sad every day. I really don't. I think I'd be like, what? That's fucking insane. Here's what. So I'm being serious.
Yeah.
If you guys are like, dude, you were in the hospital for a while, you don't remember any of this, so every day you wake up and it's completely different, I'd be like, well,
What the fuck? Really?
No, you'd be
I'd be
sad.
like, nah, you're messing with me.
I wouldn't. I swear to God. Like, I would just be like, well, fuck. I mean, yeah, it'd suck.
Okay, well, it's time we tell you. We've been doing the same podcast for like a whole year, the same one. We were so sick of watching this movie, so we're glad you said it.
I absolutely know that that's not true because fucking
Roadhouse
has been on for like 3 weeks.
Oh, out by the accident tree, because this is about that time that it happens.
Very pretty tree.
She looks beautiful in this light.
And he said she was disgusting. Did you hear that?
That
was
so great.
No,
Such a
but
good
right? I mean,
look.
she looked amazing.
Yeah, I will say that
she looks gorgeous in this movie.
She really does look amazing.
But I mean, in this scene in particular, that sunset light hitting her as she's got this amazing dress on and her hair's perfect and her fake boobies are kicking it.
Are they fake? You think?
Earmuffs. Yeah.
I don't know, but those things are good.
Yeah, they're good boobs.
Really
Some
good.
people just have good boobs.
No, but I don't think they used to be like that. All
No.
I'm saying is like those things are good.
They might not even be like real.
By the way,
and when I say not real, I mean like they prosthetics just for the movie. Or
Casey and I have agreed on the greatest pair of boobs in the history
we
of
did. It's so
yeah.
and I actually brought it up, and
And
he was like, "Holy shit, those
I
are
thought
the best
same
boobs."
thing. So
Peter Jensen?
No.
Oh.
Almost. That's super close, actually. No, just in like there's some verbiage there, but go ahead.
I said when I was, looking through the boob catalog of the world,
Right.
that there was a pair of boobs that if I could have them on my body, I would want them.
Right.
And I don't remember her name, but it was
Amy Adams.
No, those are good though.
I hate her, but I hate her so much.
Why?
I can't even like her boobs. She's fucking annoying.
She's a little annoying, but she's amazing.
She is more annoying than her boobs are great. What is the girl's name that I like?
Amanda Peet.
Amanda Peet from
What?
Her boobs are so.
She has no boobs.
They are so
they're-
good there, and she was in Whole 9 Yards.
Literally no boobs in
No.
Whole 9 Yards.
Whole 9 Yards, and she's sitting there
Yeah,
topless,
they're
and I
there.
was like,
No.
I want those boobs.
Actually,
No.
I'm gonna show you right now.
They're good ones.
I know you. It doesn't matter what you show me. I know what Amanda P's boobs look like. They're not good.
They're good.
No, I mean they're good to some people. They're just not good to me.
They're fucking perfect.
Rich
is hating on shit.
So you must be Lucy's friend, the one who made the tape. I think he's more than my friend. You're my boyfriend, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So every day you help her to realize what happened and you wait patiently for her to be okay with it. Then you get her to fall in love with you again?
Yes, ma'am.
You asshole. You don't even open the freaking car door for me anymore.
You don't hold the car door open for me ever.
You don't?
It's fucking hot outside. What am I
I
supposed
always
to
do that.
do?
I always do the car door thing. It's so easy to do.
Actually, it's so hot outside that I don't even want to wait for you to come around and get my car door.
We
but
also have 3 children.
I don't get it.
Yeah, well,
You should hold the door open for
You
them
really
too.
should. You should do the door. It's so easy. It's just like the door, and
you
shouldn't even
stop.
get credit for it.
Secondly, suck it. I'm trying to get in and get the fucking air conditioner turned on so that we can get a kid in a car seat.
That
and
is
the other two.
that is absolutely not what he's doing because you know his like signature move.
Uh-oh. Here we
He
go.
gets us all in the car and then he forgets something in the house, but he doesn't start the car before he goes back in the house, and we all sit there fucking like sweating our asses off, waiting for him to come start the air conditioning.
Roadhouse.
Like me and Emma and Jack were like, why does he do this all the time?
Are you Snapchatting this? We're trying to get new fans here, and you're not Snapchatting?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, okay.
I've been a little bit. I literally posted a thing about it. I said, tune in next Friday.
What are you telling her to do?
Snapchat.
No,
We're not big on the Snapchat. We need to
on the
get big
Snapchat?
on the Snapchats.
On
You
the
sound
weed, on the
so
marijuana
old.
cigarettes.
I'm gonna be your social media coach from now on. I'm taking over that. Eventually, I'll be your manager. But
Okay.
I
not yet.
actually think that's a good idea. I suck. He's
think
way
it's
better
a
than
good
I
idea.
am. Today I said, babe, I got 600 likes now on my hair page. And he went, yay. Because he doesn't give a fuck because he's got 22,000 on
No,
there.
hold on. No. Actually, to be fair, what
on
I
Snapchat,
said.
you have 22,000?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. What I
It's
said
not
was, I said, yeah, because last night while I was drinking at the bar at the airport, I went through all of your deals where people had liked things that you have done, and I invited all of them to do it.
I figured that out too.
And
did
I
that
did
on
it too, but he still said, yay. Like it just was like 600. I got that on my
Well,
fucking.
only give me
you get
credit
that,
for
you get that on your Instagram
Look,
picture.
You can't nail him to the wall on the holding the door open and the 600 thing.
Sure I can.
You
We're
gotta
married
give him
now.
a breather between those two. Give him
Yeah.
at least 2 clips before you start dogging him on something else. So if you're born, of course you're alive. I don't even understand that.
I know you don't get this joke because you weren't here for this podcast, but it wasn't funny the first time.
but Roadhouse was.
What you got there?
It's my journal. I write in it every night.
Oh, you don't like the video?
No, I love it. It's just that sometimes when I watch it, I feel like I'm being told about my life from someone else. And when I read this, it's like I'm telling myself.
When did you start this up?
Right after you gave me the video.
Really?
I was so nervous to come here and meet the guy that makes me fall in love with him every day.
Well, probably thought I couldn't live up to the hype.
No, I was nervous because I came here to break up with you. You had plans and a life before you met me, and now all you have time for is to make me fall in love with you every day.
So, what do you think about this?
I thought about it a lot. Like, when is he working? Like, what's going on? Like, I don't know. I feel I hate that he plays along with it. I hate it. I hate that he helps burn all the things. And maybe he just loves her that much. But she's doing it for him, not for herself.
And she's going to forget.
Exactly.
Here's the deal. If I get memory loss, like short-term gone, there's a totally great chance I'm going to break up with you one day. Don't do it. It's a terrible idea.
Right.
Right.
What a dick. Maybe he wanted out. Like, that's the only
Yes, that's I mean, that seems like, because, I mean, think about it. It's like, no, I'm not doing that. As a matter of fact, the second you go to sleep, I'm going to go hide everything that is telling you to go break up with me, and so you don't break up with me.
Yeah, I mean, that's sort of where I'm at. I mean, if the guy who can't be in love is all of a sudden in love, then you do what you got to do
But
do it.
maybe, like she said, like he
have
was like,
bad
okay,
and
I
good
have it
days.
out. I'm going to take it. And he takes it, but then at the end of the movie, he's like, what the fuck am I doing? I didn't want to take that. And then he comes back.
He got
So, I mean,
handed
that was good.
he got handed a time bomb by the dad, which was interesting.
Wish they all could
Yeah.
be. Yeah.
No, that's not it.
That's not it.
What was it?
No,
it's the
wouldn't it be
Oh,
nice
yeah, that's
if
right, yeah.
we older?
Yeah.
Close. That
Either
was
way,
close.
like if I have like brain trauma and like we go to New Orleans and we're gonna break up because that's what we do in New Orleans,
Right.
you can't fucking leave me for real.
Hey, P.S. We have never broken up in Las Vegas.
No.
No.
Not once.
Vegas is good for you guys. Don't go to New Orleans and Jesus.
Roadhouse.
No, have you ever been? It's so fun in New Orleans.
New Orleans is the best.
Yeah, we have a rule that doesn't count if we break up in New Orleans.
Yeah, it's fine.
How's Lucy?
Actually, she's living at the Institute.
When did that happen?
3 weeks ago. Said she didn't want to be a burden to me and Doug anymore. And I couldn't talk her out of it. You know what? She's doing really great up there. She's teaching an art class for the others, and she gets to paint every day. Heck, she's even singing again.
You literally don't have to talk her out of anything.
Right.
You just go change what happens when she wakes up the next morning.
That's it.
You could reset everything and make it all go back to the way it was before.
So now you're coming around to my way of thinking.
That's what I'm saying. No, I was agreeing with you. It's like,
So
you just
here's the
say,
other thing that
no.
Here's the other thing that I forgot to say earlier because I got caught up on the take Reliant pray
It's going to be weird because I cut all that out before because it wasn't funny, but you're doing it now and there's no reference to it.
It's fucking funny all the time.
Just kidding.
But I fucking hate when people try to sing bad. It's like Nirvana's third and fourth album.
You're talking about when she's trying to paint the barn?
Yeah, it's like trying to fucking sing bad. I fucking hate it.
It's so obvious.
Hate
Yeah.
when people try to sing bad.
I noticed that right off the bat.
It drives me nuts.
It was obvious trying to sing bad.
Yeah. And it's just like, you know what? Like fucking just like play or something in a different key or some shit. Like me and Zoe. Like I just fucking nailed Somewhere Over the Rainbow twice. And I fucking did not get credit for the first one. I feel like the second.
Well, Adam Sandler earlier in the movie played not being able to read way worse than she played not being able to sing. So fuck it. It's that kind of movie, okay?
I don't know who you are, Henry, but I dream about you almost every night. Why?
What'd you say if I told you that notebook you read every day used to have a lot of stuff about me in it?
I would say that makes a lot of sense.
You erased me from your memories because you thought you were holding me back from having a full and happy life. But you made a mistake. Being with you is the only way I could have a full and happy life.
How did you not cry at this, you unfeeling piece of shit?
I teared up a lot in this movie.
Thank you. That's because you have feelings, unlike Mr. Can't Feel Feelings over here.
Yeah, he has no feelings. Zero.
I have all the feelings. You say I have all the feelings. You actually literally...
I know what happened.
I was
Did
being
you
sarcastic
die?
because you have all the feelings.
Getting married kill your heart?
No, again, I feel like I needed the kiss, and then fucking 10-second Tom comes in, and I don't think that was fucking funny. I don't
want
think it was
to
necessary.
paint the egg head picture for our home.
Oh,
that's so good.
Cool.
Yeah.
So
I want to
great.
paint that.
Yeah, totally.
It's so
Do you think
great.
Adam Sandler has all those pictures of Adam Sandler in his home now?
Can you also
I
paint the
hope so.
Kramer for me?
No.
You could just buy the Kramer, brother.
Yeah,
I know,
it's
you can
fucking
do it.
everywhere.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
Any mall art gallery has the Kramer.
Hey, good morning, Mrs. Roth. Would you like to meet your daughter? Go say hello to Mommy.
Hi, Mommy.
That's right. Good morning.
Oh my goodness.
Grandpa's here.
Right there, when she said, "Oh my goodness," I freaking bawled.
I teared up here a lot.
Yeah, that's a good one, actually.
Yeah.
What I think was so powerful about this scene is like she jumps up in her arms and it's like even though she has no memory, she clearly looks at this child like she's her child.
Right.
Like that's one of those things like that's like an instinct that you have. That's
Right.
nature. That's not
If it
like,
wasn't for the bad casting of the kid, it would actually look like her, and she would see the kid and go,
I don't
"That's
know.
my kid."
She
'cause
had
I
the
can
baby
see her.
with, she had the baby with Adam Sandler. So
That's
who fucking
true.
knows what it would
Yeah,
turn out
I
like.
actually had to. I'm with you on this. I had trouble with the casting of the kid, and like I'm
Yeah.
sure it's like some friend's kid or some
Right.
shit, but
Either way, it's like nature. Like you can smell your kid and know that's your child. It really it does. Not you. You're a boy.
That wouldn't smell me right
But like
now.
as a woman, like I mean, she looked at her and she was like, "Holy fuck!" Like you can like just see that. And I think that like is more than it's more instinctual. It's not so much like neurological, like the issues that she's having.
Right.
I thought
hear
that
you.
was cool.
I want to talk about the soundtrack for a bit. I think the soundtrack is genius. Like
The 311 stuff.
Every
Oh my
fucking.
God.
I mean, there's a cover of.
We fuss and we fight and we lie and your tears that we cry until dawn.
Oh, wow, wow, wow. Me now. I want my heart to tell you apart.
That's like Frankie Valli.
No, that's in there. That's like part of the song. This is the song that Rich likes here. This.
Is this
Was
the
this
one?
in the movie?
Oh no, this isn't it. No,
No, that wasn't in the movie.
This is 311 covering it. Yeah, it is.
Really?
This is in there too. I like this one.
And just when you think
I don't like that one.
Is that Seal?
Yeah.
love tonight, come on. N-O-E-Y-O-U.
Okay, I don't like that either. Okay, Ziggy Marley. Oh, great cover.
Nothing's wrong.
Oh, yeah.
You know what song this is?
Yeah.
It's by the Cars.
Yeah. Who's
Gonna drive you home.
To Ziggy
Play the
Marley.
311 song that I'm all into.
It's not on the thing. I'll play it for you in a second. This is a good one.
Yeah, there's no melt with me.
Every game you play, every night
UB40 doing that. I like this cover. I like this cover here. This is a good one, actually.
Tuesday, Wednesday, break my heart. Oh, Thursday doesn't eat.
This is Dryden Mitchell.
I'm in love.
It wasn't Friday. It was Sunday.
And then we got, of course, the fantastic Jason Mraz with doing this song, which I've
Love
done.
Jason Mraz.
You've seen the difference and it's getting better.
I didn't even know he was around back then.
There's nothing you and I won't do. I'll stop the world and melt with you.
Oh,
You
is that your song?
Your cover.
And then we got the 311 song that you like.
This one. Listen to that mix, man.
Amazing.
You hear look, it's like the mix is fucking amazing.
So Jaret, who covered Melt With You better?
What's that?
Who covered Melt With You better?
Me or Jason Mraz? Man, I don't know. I mean, I would probably say Jason Mraz does everything better than I do, so I'll probably go with him. But
he's pretty amazing.
I did it for a Disney movie, for the movie Sky High.
Yeah.
And it, I think it came out okay. But I don't know. I mean,
Hey, you want to know when I heard that song?
That was
your version.
When?
It was my birthday, maybe like right after we had started dating, and my mom, embarrassingly, made one of those little like flipograms for my birthday online.
Oh, that's right.
And she put a song in the background, and it said "Bowling for Soup," and I'm like, holy fuck! And I'm like, great, like it's a bunch of pictures of me as a baby with a song about some bitch I wouldn't like, right? and then I like listened to it, and I realized it was the covers. I'm like, okay, like still embarrassing, but like, more appropriate song.
Hey, what can we do?
Well, I think Zoe was saying something about Sky High.
Oh.
Well, I was just gonna say that like the first time I ever heard that song was your version on Sky High.
Was it? Yeah. Did you see the movie?
Yeah.
Oh,
like
yeah.
when you were a kid?
I was obsessed with it.
Nice.
We watched it at my house. I'm pretty sure.
You gotta see the video if you've never seen it for our version of that, because
there's a bunch of pictures of me as a baby.
Gary has awesome drumming super abilities.
It's super creepy because like I'm probably like 30.
And you're chasing after that brunette.
Yeah, and she's the
hamster chick.
That's Mary Elizabeth Winstead or whatever.
I don't know, but I just go, is this okay? Like, am I supposed to be like hitting on her? And I just hear this voice like from back in the background. It's fine. And she's like, that's my mom. I'm like, oh, okay, well then that's fine. I guess we're good.
How old was she?
Right. She was 16,
school.
17.
12.
Yeah, she was. It was crazy.
And when was it?
Sky High.
Well, yeah, it was. She's the star of Sky High.
It was super believable that you would be trying to go after a girl that
But I mean,
young,
like,
though.
what year was it? I'm asking. I'm like wondering if they're like the same age as me.
2005.
Oh, whenever I was 15.
Yeah, it's pretty close. Yeah. Pretty close. All right.
So, what can we do? And this is dead serious. I'm not even messing around. What can we do to get you on Daryl's house?
I don't think I'm jam worthy. I don't really know how to jam.
No, you
know what he
just
told
play your
me?
song. They jam with your song. So you could just go in there and sing your song and they jam around you, or you just come in there and play your part and then they jam around you.
I don't know, man.
We first
Dude,
started
I would
dating,
love to
and
hear
I
you
made
do
him
that.
meet my dad on Christmas, and like I was like, oh yeah, like my Christmas is really neat. It's like a Christmas card, only like people don't really speak to each other. Like the women all make pies downstairs, the men all play guitar. It's like super sexist, and he just goes, I don't jam. You said that to me.
Yeah, and also that hasn't happened one fucking time.
Well, they switched houses.
Oh. Yeah, there's never been like a group of dudes playing guitar once.
Well, one person got divorced, and that was like one guitar player out. And then we switched houses. Like the guitar room was gone.
Yeah.
And you came at the weird time when the time changed, and we had to go to my other.
I agree with
grandma's
Jaret 100%. Jamming sucks balls.
No, I just thought it was
It's the
funny.
worst.
I'm like, oh, my dad plays guitar.
It's
He's like,
the
I don't
fucking
jam.
worst thing in the world. And in no way did I say it like that. I'm just not
You
talented
did.
enough.
It was at Applebee's.
No, I'm not talented enough to jam. I don't know how to jam.
I don't either.
I know how to play songs,
You love it?
but I don't know how to jam. I don't know how to do it. I know I do like peanut butter and jam.
Blackberry, strawberry, or grape.
Any of them.
Grape.
Blackberry.
100%.
Fucking blackberry is that was actually
Best kind of jam.
no, but out of the box, like that's a fucking good first choice.
It's my favorite one.
Really, you know what I like? Grape,
I'm
because we never
strawberry.
had
Grape
it.
is definitely my
Because you're-
favorite.
I'm strawberry.
We only had
Hands down.
plum
Ew.
when I was a kid.
You didn't have
I
anything
don't like
grape?
strawberry.
No, we couldn't have grape jelly when I was a
Strawberry's
kid.
the best.
No.
Is everybody allergic?
Grape
like
is my
peanut?
favorite.
I'm dead
Anyway.
serious. Let's get you on Daryl's house.
All right,
Who's Daryl?
Let's get back.
Daryl,
Why do we want to be in his house?
Daryl Hannah. Oh, you thought I was talking about Hall & Oates?
Let's check the email box. Email us at jaretgoestothemovies@gmail.com.
All right, we're going to check the mailbag. Now, here's the thing. If you want to email us, you can email us there at jaretgoestothemovies@gmail.com. You can also find us on our Facebook page, which is Facebook and Jaret Goes to the Movies. We're also on Twitter at Jaret Movies. So, and this is Rich making noises with beers. James Glacken,
Crack-a-lackin',
send us an email. It says, what are the odds we can get Jaret to fistfight Spike Slauson for the right to become the new vocalist of Me First and the Gimme Gimmes? I'm going to be honest, I think Spike might be able to kick my ass.
I don't even know what the hell
I don't know who it is, but I know that a dude named Spike could kick your ass.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there are members of that band that I know I could kick their ass, but I don't think Spike is one of them. On a more serious note, how do you select movies? Do you alternate between Jaret and Rich making selections, or do you have a giant spinning wheel of movies next to the 5 questions plaque that you don't specify?
Thanks, James, for this fight you're about to start.
Here's the thing, James. Basically, I got a text on like a Saturday afternoon, and it just said, I need you to pick all the movies that you would want to do in the next year, and I needed the list in like an hour. And so I just fucking started thinking up movies and shit. And here's then I just get a link to a calendar. It's like, okay, we're all scheduled out or whatever. And so that's the schedule. I just spit and shit out. And here's the thing. I think of movies all the time that would be way better than 50 First Dates. But here we are.
My movie.
On this fucking, was this yours?
Yeah, this
Jesus
is
Christ.
I love this movie.
It's like you're a chick.
Do you want to know how the movies aren't picked? By me,
That's true, ever.
It's not fair.
And on a music note,
Sexist.
have either of you seen the Netflix show Stranger Things?
We were just talking about
I asked
that.
because the show is set in the 80s and intro music is classic John Carpenter electric keyboards. You guys reference a bit. I believe the musicians who did it are from Austin, James. So yes, I actually have not seen it yet, but I was talking to my friend Scott Simons the other day at a Buffalo Wild Wings.
Is there more than one of him?
Scott Simons?
Yeah.
What?
Is it plural?
What the fuck?
I thought it was
anyway,
funny.
I was talking to my friend Scott, and he told me about this show, and I'm super intrigued by it. I'm hearing about it all over the place, but he said, yeah, that like the soundtrack is super cool because it's really 80s feeling.
They really do a good job. And here's the thing. You know how like they do 80s movies and like everything you see is like, oh, that's all from the 80s and that's the 80s and that's the 80s. In the 80s, not everything was 80s. A lot of it was 70s.
Correct, yeah.
They do a really good job of just transporting you into that era. And I have to admit, I got this from another show that was talking about it. But Winona Ryder, her house looks like it's 70s because it's an old house. It wouldn't be an 80s house. It would be a 70s house because it's old. And all that stuff just absolutely just is perfect.
Isn't that perspective somewhat crazy? Like if you think back to when you and I were in our teens, let's say let's just pick a year, 1987. Okay, we're teenagers.
Right.
Classic rock happened 15 years ago.
Right.
Now, music that happened 15 years ago is like still a thing.
Right.
I.e., I still have a goddamn career. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, technically, I should be fucking Led Zeppelin right now.
Exactly.
Like, that should just be it. They should be like, oh my God, dude. Like, fucking, if you ever go buy a guitar, you motherfucking have to play I'm Gay by Bowling for Soup on it to make sure that it sounds good. Like, that's the only way.
Is that a real song?
Yeah.
I don't know he has a song called I'm Gay. I mean, I don't either, but I just figured
it's
you
a
would
single,
know.
actually. I have a song called I'm Gay. It's about being happy. It's
Of course it is.
It's a love song. I had a client, a little child client, and this was probably 5 years ago, tell me that so I feel like it's coming to an end because his dad played him, and I quote, all the old bands like Puddle of Mud.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
The old man.
And this was 5 years ago.
It's just a crazy thing when you think about it because, you know, I mean.
It had 2 songs, by the way.
What's that?
Puddle Mud had 2 songs.
What were the 2 songs?
I don't remember.
Not if you ask Tyler. I think he really likes them.
I can hum them for you terribly.
No, they had the.
No, I'm not gonna do.
They had the one that was like, bitch, the fucking.
Oh yeah, they had that
super
one.
mad.
Oh, the one that your one song.
That was the
sounds
third
like.
song.
We have a
Lonely Fish sounds like that.
We
it
have
sounds
a.
like
People are going
How does
crazy in
Lonely
their
Fish
cars
go?
right now.
We have
How does Lonely Fish guitar
People
song?
on Vacation song that sounds like a Puddle of Mud song.
She fucking hates me.
Yeah, that's it.
I just played Lonely Fish in my head
Just.
and then figured it out.
Yeah. All right. So we also got an email from Marco Molina. It says, "Hey guys, first,
Hi, Marco.
totally remembered the email address because of James Stant. So let's give James Stant a hand. James Stant does do all of our musical beds. He's the best, man. This is my favorite of all time.
Rich is hating on shit.
B, I'm catching up on the podcast, so I'm a little bit behind. Finally,
He did all those things just so he could do the first B and finally.
it goes, yeah, exactly. I know, totally. Like, that's amazing. Finally, there is a new employee at my job, and he mentioned that he listened to a bad movie podcast. So I told him that I listened to a good podcast that he should check out. Next day, we had to travel 3 hours for work. So he said, let's listen to the podcast since you aren't a morning person. We listened to Step Brothers podcast, and I hear almost immediately about masturbation, girls peeing, turning us on, blowjobs, and going up in vaginas with this guy who I've worked with for 6 days. He laughed a lot. He subscribed to the podcast, and HR hasn't called me into the office, so I say it's a win. Suck it, Marco.
I wasn't on that podcast, but it sounds like it was a doozy.
Love you, Marco. Okay, I had another one here from Rod and James. Rod and James is our new $20 supporter on patreon.com. You can go to patreon.com.
Thank you, Rodon.
And you can
Has to be
search.
Rodon.
You said Rod Dan earlier.
I know, but I didn't. I'm looking at it now. It's DON, so it has to be Rodon.
You guys seem to love 80s movies, and rightly so. I wanted to suggest the original Karate Kid for a future episode. Or what about that other Ralph Macchio masterpiece, Crossroads, an 80s movie with an epic guitar player, got to be up the street. Please don't review the Britney Spears version of Crossroads, though, even if Jaret was in it.
That's my first thought.
All right. So, let me say this.
Did you know he's in that?
I've only seen it once.
All right.
But
so,
he's in it.
I didn't.
Yeah,
know.
I am in the movie Crossroads.
That was probably before I knew who you were, really.
Listen, God damn it, Zoe.
Did you,
All right, so,
did you hate the band leader the most in the movie? Do you
I don't
remember if
even
you
remember
hated
what that movie was about.
Just checking.
First of all, Rodden. Is it Rodon?
It's Rodon.
Rodon. We were actually supposed to do Karate Kid with Linus. It's his favorite movie
It's
of
ready
all
to go.
time.
We
I
could
mean,
do
like,
it at a moment's notice.
literally any time. We just ended up in the studio for a few more days than we thought. Crossroads, dude, it's such a movie. It's a movie that's so close to my heart. I love that movie so much, and in fact,
that baffles me. By the way,
why?
I don't know why it's so close to your heart.
Oh my god, I love that movie so much. I love
We're
music
doing that
movies.
one, right?
First of all,
You don't like the blues.
Well,
no, you
And
specifically said I don't like the blues.
Yeah, you literally say
Probably
I don't like.
he
the
plays
blues.
classical guitar in there all the time, though. And I love it.
So you like classical?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I can't imagine you liking Steve Vai either.
I'm
Yeah, he likes
I'm
Steve
a
Vai.
metal kid. Are you
Okay.
I
kidding
won him
me?
over.
Of course
I'll
do.
give you that.
I won him over by a Steve Vai reference. He's like, "Why would you know that at your age?"
No.
Like,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
dads
That-
say to kids, but
Right.
Yeah, that did happen. I actually think we will one day do Crossroads.
You can do it anytime you want.
We will not hate on it at all because it is a glorious time in my life and fucking.
we didn't plan on hating on Purple Rain either. But you know what? Shit
First of all,
happens.
Yeah, fucking.
You can't tell me what to do. And
Roadhouse.
I'm glad we got to do this movie. It was a good one. I liked it. I really did. I thought it was a little splotchy. I thought that the editing was a little bit weird as far as like.
but how do you say that and then also like every other Adam Sandler movie? Because I felt like it was edited just like every other Adam Sandler movie.
I don't know. I really don't know the answer to that question.
One of my favorite movies of all time.
Well,
It's definitely
really
in my
enjoy
top
this movie, too.
10, 15 movies.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely one of my top rom-com movies, like top 5.
Nice. Well,
Rom-com. Never heard the boy version of that. Just put that together.
what's rom-com mean?
Romantic comedy.
Oh, I didn't even know.
That's a thing. What?
Yeah, you gonna see your rents this weekend?
Is that a thing on the Snapchat?
Yeah, you guys
Christ, you idiots.
gonna go kick it with the rents and
Watch
maybe
some rom-coms.
And be
some other
social.
stuff.
So let me tell you this other idea for a movie that I
Jesus Christ. All right, we're going to sign off. Thank you guys so very much for listening to Jaret Goes to the Movies. I want to thank my neighbor, Tim Toole, who is not giving the tool to his wife right now, and who I guarantee if we were to fucking jump on any sort of FaceTime, he would 100% be there. 100%. Zoe, thank you. You're super talented,
Thank
and
Zoe.
I can't wait till I'm your manager. And Casey, I love you so much. And Rich, seriously, it's good to see you, dude. And guys, I'll see you down the road.